could see hope. I could see the future of Dagbon. And I want to say this. God bless Gbewaa. We will never get a king like him again.
We never really knew what peace was. We just thought, okay, peace was just another name, as they always say, you understand, until we realized the opposite of peace, and that was war.
Dagbon is at peace. And that's beautiful. We pray that Nanu, Mampusi, Kusasi, Wallace, all the tribes in the north, we pray for the best peace. So you, a brother out there who is on social media disrespecting Gbewaa or any other chief, they are listening to you. They are watching you. Dagbon is proud of itself. And that's enough for us to celebrate.
Wow.
Nakai kai kaman yurbe yaye. Nakai kai kaman yurbe yaye. Yuriel balala yo yaye. Yuriel sumala yo yaye. Teacher gatang dana kweto mbana lai. Gbewaa tang dana kweto mbana lai. Kan la nyir koro vela ye. Ka yam gwalangang kane. Ka chir paktamo dam. Ka daman kong suzale. Nusuzal kanyuye kanton kalani alhamdulillahi wanzamblin dayele pamino mam zirga daba yidnaya bandanya karbilala antilanya karkalala bandanya. Take this one. Oh yeah sanatu. Oh yeah sanatu. Masana ay kulni yel mbanama nilela yisha sare kamal ma yabsir ya yere no warbi yel masana kan ya yerngo warbi masana yulla no kambona ya kun konsorle sana yulla kambona ya kun konsorle wayo masana yulla no na pielga mano kumal burle sana yulla no na pielga mano kumal burle aya yiso la mankara akarmaye banambala tuama bala kanyanwa ye amliya ne bala kanyanwa ye amliya tuanda amliya wa kanwara tuama nzo sonwa kanwara yanwa bala kabiasa ne kankule.
Shababia
ndamliya wa kanwara tomanzo son wa kanwara yanwa bala kabiasa ne kankuliya.
If we look for a drum. No. Wow. No. We have to do something.
General.
We have to do something.
Karulura. General.
Beautiful. So amazing. I mean, this is beautiful.
Yeah. So, Prince. So, if you look at what I have just done, is I think as the younger generation. I think it is very important that we take our culture into very consideration. Yes, we have come a long way where like we are into this now, this music and dance, where we are into this modern music and stuff. But it is very important that we don't forget about what we came to meet.
Yeah, where we come from.
We have a long journey to go, and it's very important that we take into consideration what we had way back, so that at the end of the day, we will not forget about.
And for me, I think that is originality.
Yeah.
One of the issues I have with our music industry is that we tend to look too far for authenticity.
Exactly.
But it's right in our face. Just look at what you did
in front of us.
Imagine like fusing this into a modern kind of style.
Exactly.
It will go anywhere and it will sell.
That is it.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Imrabo, welcome to another progressive. Today's interview is more of a progressive and a developmental conversation, and I'm super glad to have two amazing young people in the studio. Quite recently, that was on the 4th of March, the Dagbon Development Fund and also the sword cutting for the Gbewaa Palace reconstruction or redevelopment was launched in the traditional capital of the northern region in Yendi, and it was a very lively event. And you know, as young people, I think we also have a role to play. So we just want to have a conversation around our role as young people and the relevance of all of these developmental projects that are happening in the north. And fortunately, I have my brothers in the studio, DM to the Damba in the building, and I have Zola to the Malema in the I'm super excited to have these two, great individuals in the studio. I'm super excited. It's been long overdue as Northerners, as young people. We've gone through a lot, talking about issues of, you know, unrest, issues of peace and security. Yeah. Fortunately, now we can beat our chest and say there is peace in Dagbon. Yeah. How do you feel as a young person, getting to know that now you can go anywhere and beat your chest and say there is peace in Dagbon?
Well, first of all, I'll start with praising the Almighty Allah for giving us another opportunity to speak about where we are from and then speak about ourselves. And I would like to thank you for inviting me. I think I should be here, or I should have been here long ago, but time wouldn't permit me. Alhamdulillah, I'm here. And then I'm here most because of the topic you stable, because I personally have so much interest in that. It is something I feel we the youth we should pay more attention to. We haven't been doing that. We haven't been supporting our tradition or our culture, and I think this is the best time for us to stand with our fathers, our grandfathers, our chiefs, so that the little support that we are going to help them with, we do it from our heart. And knowing where I come from, there's so much peace, there's so much love. I think it's the best gift God has given us.
Peace.
Yes.
Wow.
Peace is the best gift.
Wow.
Anyone in this world will boast of.
Wow.
Because with peace, anything is possible. You can achieve anything. You can achieve your dream if there's peace. Not just in your community, even in your room, your home, yourself. If you have peace within yourself, you can see you focus very much. But if there's no peace, trust me, nothing will work around you. So knowing, especially me coming from Yendi, born and raised there, you know, anytime I visit Yendi, I feel so much happy.
Wow.
I think I said it recently on one of my posts that Yendi is the best place to be at. Wow. Yeah, because we grew up knowing so much peace there. We didn't know a lot. We didn't know what was peace, what was war. We didn't know, even though it was something that was already there. But we didn't see it as young guys.
It's important.
Until things change. And then we began to ask questions. We began to lose hope in our dreams. So when we finally got to where there is peace, trust me, I think it's the best gift the Almighty has given us. And I pray, not just Dagbon, you understand? We as Northerners, it is something we should rally on. Let's put our hopes and beliefs on. With peace, we can achieve anything.
Absolutely.
As we are speaking now, Dagbon is at peace. And that's beautiful. We pray that Nano, Mampursi, Kusasi, Wallace, all the tribes in the north, we pray for the best peace.
Wow.
I have friends from Boku who are in Tamale here. They don't want to go home because they don't know what's going to happen. That's the disadvantage of not having peace. The day my brothers and sisters in Boku will have peace is the day they will say Alhamdulillah and say they have gotten the biggest gift from God too. So I think being alive at this time, I feel so proud.
Wow.
I feel so proud.
Wow.
I feel so honored that God has given us long life to experience peace, to have a taste of peace. I grew up in Yindi. Look, I have friends at some point, they weren't speaking to me just because there was no peace. Just because they think I belong to this clan and then they belong to this clan. When everything's settled and I remind them, so you could just not talk to me just because of this and that. We just laugh. We said it was childish stuffs. So being alive at this time, all I would say is Alhamdulillah.
Wow.
We pray for more and more and more peace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Diam,
Yo, Charlie.
how do you feel as a Dagbana, like having peace? Because there were times where we were insulted.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do anything about it. Yeah. Finally, we have peace. As a young man from Dagbon, how do you feel about that?
So you see, let me link it to what actually happened on the 4th of this month.
Yes.
4th of this month was a beginning.
Yeah, I think we'll come to that. I just wanted to tell me how you feel about the fact that there is peace. Then we can get to development and
exactly. So if you look at what we have right now, I think sometimes they say you never value the water until the well goes dry.
Yeah.
We didn't actually know the meaning of peace, like Zola mentioned.
I didn't value water until I went for Piele.
Very good. Until you went for Piele. You drink anything.
Oh my God!
You drink anything drinkable. You understand? Yes. So we never really knew what peace was. We just thought, okay, peace was just another name, as they always say. You understand? Until we realized the opposite of peace, and that was war, and that was so unfortunate.
Wow.
We are now peaceful people. And what we are praying for is a sustainable one. Something that is going to last till the end of time, forever. Peace has brought a whole lot of development. Education, our education down here is improving. Yes, you might say politically we still have some issues, but at the end of the day, we are gaining grounds when it comes to politically too. Peace has brought a whole lot of change in a positive direction. Gone were the days, I'm sure even from my place to this place was an issue. Why? Because you have to be careful on the way because soldiers were all over town. Police were all over town. There were even instances where like in the afternoon, you can't even move around.
Yeah.
At night, around 6 o'clock, you need to go home and then sleep. Very unfortunate. When in actual sense, there are certain people whose businesses are run at night. Yeah. You understand? So what we are enjoying now, and I'm happy that we experienced this at our early age, so that we can be able to tell a better story and then help those who do not know, to let them know that, hey, this is what really happened. And I'm glad internet was there too. So we have videos. We have the social media where like recordings are there. We actually saw what war did to us. So at the end of the day, we can be able to tell a better story. Now, I'm hoping that at the end of the day, at the end of the narrative, we will be able to sit down, hit our chest and say that we're able to do this. So whoever, and normally, you see, when they are saying this, people forget about, you see, these are olden musicians. The likes of Sharif Gali, the likes of Sirina Isa, Ahmed Adam, Abu Sadiq and co. They played a major role. You know that these days, it is hard for a young guy to sit down and then listen to the imam or something. But these guys, their music kind of like help. Because the sort of music they produced back then. Let me give you these lines from Sharif Gali. Kadala de nama mabe. Kadala de nama mabe. Te soya kulu wala tab shamobe. Te nangon chirga tab danshel. Iyan chap santer la toaje yala. En chap siraka yunda na Gbewaa. Nangunan dwazam la mine yamdor. Namte mine mwada chale. Yaba zali silanye bofo. Te nazale zulia dan kangmale. Now listen. Ngunanda dwa obi hata. Mbole twago. Shetom nangmantambo. So you're lamented for while kate da bunanga kalo bodi.
Mbona zanka papier. Tukupumpula taba.
Tupumpula taba. Wale tabi ya dome nguma kakara yune taba. Ma viso ka wabgo tagun to tozo wabgo de ya to tono ngunbo. Kwa mondirati ma de dalobo. Kamo chwama. Kadala de nama mabe. We lost hope. There was loss of hope. But today, myself, you, and then Zola Malema, we can sit down and then say that nang maya darang palma. Because there is peace and there is unity and there is love. So at the end of the day, there is happiness. And because of that, there is development. So when we talk about peace, when we talk about development, let's not forget of those guys who were able to put it in melodious form to make sure that we're advised in one way or the other musically, so that we can be able to
I
get
think
here
that is
today.
what music absolutely is about.
Exactly.
It's not just about singing about beautiful women and all of
No,
that.
No.
Making impact in your community and all of that.
Exactly.
So I think, they did their part in the process.
Exactly.
Now, we are excited there is peace. We are happy there is peace. And there is a saying that where there is no peace, there is no development. So now that we have peace, the next thing is development.
Exactly.
And I was fascinated and excited about the launch of the Dagbon Development Fund and the reconstruction of the Gbewaa Palace. And I think these are two things, but people don't know that, they are two different things, though they are intertwined. The development fund is there, and then also, I think the Gbewaa Palace reconstruction is part of the development.
I think that what happened is that the development fund, I think the first project is to the Gbewaa New Palace.
Exactly.
So whatever is donated to the development fund will be used. And then what happened is that they actually have a 10-year development plan. You understand? So I think they even read it out to everyone. And I personally think it's not just about Gbewaa Palace. You understand? They want all Dagbon palaces to change. They want a new Dagbon. And I think it's another best thing we are experiencing. And I have personally given my everything to those who initiated this.
Wow.
You understand? I think Dagbon is proud of itself. And that's enough for us to celebrate.
Wow.
When you are proud of what you have, then trust me, you will definitely achieve something. But if you're not proud of what you have, you always struggle around whatever you are doing. Now Dagbon is proud of Dagbon. Our brothers in the north, our brothers in South, our brothers in Europe, in America, any part of the world, now they're all ready to support the Dagbon that we are in. And that is what we were lacking for the past years. You understand? You hear someone say, excuse me to say, like, I Dagbon unaku songo. Regrets. Like, if you have a Dagbon, it is no more like that. Dagbombers are ready to help one another. And that's what we've been lacking. This project that occurred on the 4th of March at the Gbewaa Palace, I think that was the new day for Dagbon. Let's say in a year, January is the beginning of the year.
Yeah, yes.
That was the beginning, the new beginning of
Dagbon. Wow.
That was the new beginning of Dagbon.
Wow.
I'm telling you. I could look at someone's face and I would say, Alhamdulillah. Wow. I could look at a chief face, a king face, and I would be like, Alhamdulillah. I'm serious. I was so emotional there. Even though I was extremely busy. I could walk to a place and I would just feel like crying. And I'll be like, so this is the Dagbon that are we this beautiful? Like, are we this beautiful? So why couldn't we see this earlier? Like, where were all these people? That's what I was telling myself. God is my witness. I have never in my life enjoyed being at any event like what happened at Gbewaa Palace. Wow. I've never in my life. I've gone to so many programs, but that was the best program I ever attended. You know why? Because I could see hope. Oh. I could see hope. I could see the future of Dagbon. And I want to say this. God bless Gbewaa. We will never get a king like him again.
Wow.
Look, people are far away. Young boys are far away saying things they don't know. Gbewaa is for us. I swear God, Gbewaa is for us. He wants the best for Dagbon. I swear. He wants the best for Dagbon. You see the chiefs that were at the event, probably most of them couldn't make it, but I can mention few. I swear, look, they were all happy. They could all, you could see it in their eyes. You could see the excitement. Look, let me say this. I went to Yendi for a purpose. I had this in my mind that I need to be there too. I was not part of the organizers for the program. I was not part of the organizers. But when I got there, I had to be part of the organizers. I had to. Because I told myself that if I want the beauty of Dagbon, if I want to be part of the history of Dagbon, if I want one day I can beat my chest and say I was part of this event, then I should be involved. Carlos was the main organizer for the program. Carlos Entertainment, I think that was their program. They paid them to organize it successfully. When I got there, I went and had some future with Carlos. We just vibe. He was happy to see me around. I saw Honorable Burjiba. They were the main organizers. They represented the palace, making sure everything was done properly. I went to him. He said, I can't be here without doing anything. I need to be involved. I need to, help them with staffs. I went to the PRO of Gbewaa, who is another exciting brother. He was so happy. The first thing he told me when he saw me was like, bro, you are doing great. And you know what came to my mind? I was like, yeah, they are listening to us. Gbewaa Palace, they are listening. So you, a brother out there who is on social media disrespecting Gbewaa or any other chief, they are listening to you. They are watching you. They will not do anything to you, but one day you will see it yourself. You, the young guy who wants to have better future, on social media disrespecting Gbewaa or any other chief, just be ready. The time will come. You will not know that is the time, but it will come. Look, when I spoke to PRO, and PRO was like, okay, we need to make sure those arriving, we get it announced, we make sure everyone is well seated at the right place, because, they had to make sure the chiefs are here. This is where they sit. This is where they sit. You understand? Don't finish them. And then invited guests, politicians, and other staffs. There's so much beauty when there's peace. I want to summarize the program a bit. I don't know if you've heard this before. It's on the street. I'm not saying this officially. It's on the street. You hear people say, VR, they don't sponsor any program. I've never seen VR sponsor any program. They are just there making a lot of money. I'm sure you've heard it before. Yeah. VR donated a lot of money there. Wow. And when I heard the amount, I was like, yes, VR, It's all part of when you are enjoying peace. The organizations, they are happy.
Okay.
Their businesses are going well. So for that matter, they will definitely support. I think Gbewaa invited almost everybody. Almost everybody. Because if you are residing here in our land doing business, then you should be supporting us when we need you.
Exactly.
VR came and donated 50,000. Carlos was the MC. Carlos jokingly said that was too small because we've paid so much light bill within the short period of time. So they have to add something. Honorable Amin Anta.
Before we go to the donations, can you take us through the activities that how things unfolded?
So what
how did
happened
the
is
program
that
start and what are some of the activities that
what happened is that at the Gbewaa Palace there was no music sound. It was just our local staffs. They were playing some of the Lonsi, praising the Gbewaa Palace, some of the chiefs. And then people started trooping in. I think the chiefs begin to grace the occasion. I was excited when I see Kumbuna, who is one of my favorite chiefs. He came in. Pishulana.
Did he come with the beast?
No, he was not coming to war. This was a development. He wouldn't risk destroying the program with the beast. This was a happy show. The beast only, I'm told they are only
for distraction.
We didn't want distraction. So he came, Pishugulana was there.
Another great personality.
God, he was amazing.
Great personality.
He spoke, and
Great
I was like, wow, he's really a great king. When he had the microphone, he said a lot of things, and I wish every young boy would look for it. You see, we need to be listening to our people. Let's pay attention to them. They are saying so many good things. He was there. My favorite, another chief I love so much, Dear Lana was there. He doesn't smile like that. He had a smile. He had a smile. I look at him. I want him to smile at me. I'm someone who loves you so much, but I was so excited. Yuna was there. Beautiful. Yuna was there. And then Bumbung Lana, Konkombe's chief, was there.
Beautiful.
You see, other tribes, they also came to support. You understand? UDS, they came, they were there. I saw a lot of UDS teachers. Vice principal for Haas, for Nalerugu, they were all there. Tatu, their vice, he was also there. The banks, most of them represented the banks. Carl Bank, Stanbic Bank, Commercial Bank. Yeah, they were all there. Honorable Amin Anta was the only member of parliament at the event.
What?
Yes, I was so angry. We'll come to that. We'll come to that.
The only MP?
Yes. Wow. The only member of parliament at the occasion.
Wow.
Yes, he was the only.
Wow.
Honorable Mohammed Amin Anta. The regional minister was there alongside the mayor of Tamale, Honorable Sule Salfu. He was there with the regional minister. They actually came with the DCG for Yendi, the NDC regional chairman, Chairman Adolf. He was there with his secretary and his vice. Rashid Gbewaa, that's the vice for in this regional chairmanship. So NDC, I could see only the regional executives, the chairman, his vice, and then secretary, Honorable Salam. They were the only people. I didn't see a single MP for NDC at the event. There were a lot of professors. Yes, there were a lot of professors. I could see. I wanted to capture some names, but because I was so busy, I could see. There were former foreign minister Lawyer Mumuni was at the event.
Mumuni.
Yes. And then reps from Accra, Diamana, foreign Diamana, like rep. Most of them came. And that even excites me because I was like, yeah, you know, when you have heart for Dagbon, you shouldn't be missing stuff like this.
Yeah.
You have heart for Dagbon.
Yeah.
You understand?
I blamed myself so much for not being able to.
Because look, I was like, this should be for all. It should be for all. So the guests, it was exciting.
Wow.
And then what they did was there was this canopy where when you come, you want to donate to the fund.
Yeah.
You go there, pick a form, you
Right.
donate, they give you come and they will announce it where you are coming from so that you will know your name is also
It's
part of.
captured.
You understand? It's captured. It was exciting. Mbudiba, along with, and I must recommend and I must appreciate Dagbon Youth Association, and this Dagbon Forum. Dagbon Forum, I think they were all represented massively. Some are not Ghanaians, but they had to come.
Yeah.
So that showed how beautiful and how serious they took the event. The police were there, well represented, making sure everything was done successfully. Security was beautiful. My father and then his colleagues, that's the Yan Lemam, they were there. They were there. My father didn't know I was even part of the program. He's currently the acting Jimoli. He was there with the Yan Lemam. He was. They opened the program, right? Free. The youth. I wasn't that excited with how we represented because I was expecting more numbers. But since the old dominated, I was happy. Yes, I was happy because Dagbon is in their hands. If Dagbon is moving to the right direction, we have to praise them. If we are not moving to the right direction, we have to sit somewhere and complain. So attendance wasn't that bad. It was beautiful.
It could have been better.
It could have been better. I want to thank those who came from far away to grace the occasion. People really travel from Accra, Kumasi, across the country. And some had to even fly in.
Yeah. And I understand there were so many donations.
Yeah.
Former President John Mahama donated.
Yeah. Even though, look, I was like, the main agenda was we raising funds to start the new Gbewaa Palace. Understand? So it was announced that no matter how little you have, don't be shy to give it out. They will appreciate it. Look, people are still sitting far. They don't even have the idea of the fund. But they will be like, you are sitting very far. You are not even close to it. But you have the audacity to sit somewhere and beat your chest and say, just tell me from the bottom of your heart. You can't scare him with any amount of money. His signature is part. Before you withdraw kobo from the money, he has to sign.
Yeah.
You now. Before anything is withdrawn, he has to sign. Yap Karna. These people are those behind the fund.
Managing
the affairs. How will you disrespect people like this without having any idea about the fund.
I think for me, we should just forget about people who have doubt and all of that.
Exactly.
Let's focus on the positivity of the whole agenda.
Definitely. Look, one thing I understand about our people is we love to speak about things we don't know, and if we also keep ignoring them, they keep doing it.
Of course.
Sometimes we just have to let them understand that everything has a limit. There was so much excitement when we talk about the donations. There was this man who came to me and was like, he's a lecturer at Tamale Polytechnic. Excuse me, Tamale Technical University. He's the Dagbon. I'm sure he will see this. He's a beautiful man, amazing man. He came and he was like, he told me personally he wants to donate. I asked him, who does he want to donate for? He said, every move.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh,
representing
every sleeve. Every sleeve.
So he was like, yes. And he actually donated massively.
Wow.
Massively.
Wow.
He represented every move in town.
Above your expectations.
You understand? And I was like, he's a lecturer. And he wants people to understand that they also have hand in it. So one day when we are joking with them like, yes. And it's beautiful. That's the beauty part of the culture.
Of course.
And a lot of organizations donated. A lot. If I'm not going to be mistaken, I will not be able to mention
all the names,
of
course. And even the people who attended, you won't be able to mention
I'll definitely skip a lot of them. But
the
those
notable ones.
Yes. I cannot forget. It's Bank of Ghana, Commercial Bank. Yendi branch, they donated massively. Carl Bank donated 100,000 Ghana cedi.
Wow.
I think Commercial Bank donated 100,000 too.
Yeah.
Almost all the banks, well, if not 100,000, it should be 100,000. Stanbic Bank also. The banks donated well. VRE, I said they donated 50,000. Carlos said no, they have to increase it. And then it was like Ababas was the one who represented VRE. He's the PRO. They were joking there, and then they had to call their boss. No, they didn't call. I think they added 20,000 instant.
Oh, really?
They added 20,000 instant, and then Honorable Amin Anta was sitting behind them, and he was like, "It's too small. They should call their boss
and
at
add
that
something."
time." They did. The boss like, okay, add 30,000.
Allahu Akbar.
And then it was 100,000.
Amazing. Amazing.
And then before I got here, I was looking for this man, his company's name and his name, who donated 5 billion old currency.
500,000.
Yes.
Cash.
Individual.
So let me tell you what happened. Hamdan donated 100,000. Former President John Mahama donated 100,000. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia donated 100,000. Nana Akufo-Addo, the president, donated 100,000. MPs. I didn't want to say this, but I just have to say, majority MPs in Parliament, those from here, from the north, there are 9. All of them. 9 of them together donated 100,000. 9 of them they donated 100,000. So if we are going to break it down,
so 10,000
and some coins,
9,000.
Each member of parliament, MPP, they donated. I was not happy because I felt they could do more.
Okay.
And Honorable Amin Anta donated an extra 50,000.
For himself.
So he actually didn't say himself. What I heard was that was for the chiefs in his constituency. He wanted, you understand? He donated it on their behalf. You understand? And that was beautiful. Former minority leader Haruna donated 50,000. I think he was the only MP with the NDC that I had donated. I didn't hear of the others. And I didn't hear minority in parliament
donating as a group.
You understand? I didn't hear that. But I did hear NDC as a party donating.
Okay.
Yes. It was done by the regional chairman.
Okay.
Chairman Adolf. NDC as a party donated.
Okay.
Excuse me. NDC as a party donated. Adolf, the chairman himself, also donated. And and yes, I have to say this. The donation started with Gbewaa himself. He actually donated 100,000.
Wow.
He started it.
Wow.
Some people were telling me Gbewaa shouldn't have started because he said some people will be scared to donate more than him. And I was like, no, if you want to donate, you
can
donate.
still, yeah.
If he didn't also start, probably people will say he didn't donate. So he started it with 100,000. Hamdan donated 100,000. Nantona donated massively. Was it 50,000? Yap Karna donated 50,000. Or I could be missing with the figures. Some of the figures.
Please understand. These are just stuff we heard.
You understand?
Yeah. And
I'm not.
Some could even donate
more,
behind the
more.
scenes.
A lot.
Exactly.
In
Nobody should take
I'm
issue
told
with the,
issue a check. But I think he didn't want it to
be known. No. So that's it. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people.
So we are not here to vilify anybody.
No,
we are just recounting some of the things.
You understand? Some donated a lot. I think when the regional minister said when the regional minister also donated from his own pocket.
Okay.
That was 30,000.
Okay.
When they went to America for this Dagbon,
Damba.
I think regional minister said they donated. Was it $15,000?
I think $50,000. I heard Pisholana say it on GTV.
$50,000. So
I think, that was
those outside
the country.
They also donated a lot, and we are even appealing to those in Germany. I know the German. Some of them I know them a lot. Those in Italy, the Gbombes across the world should be showing love to Dagbon.
Beautiful. Because if there is development, it's for all of us.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the donation was
come back home.
The donation actually made the program more exciting because you could hear it from the left, from the right, everywhere. Donation upon donation, and then that was just the start.
Okay.
From that day to today,
there are more people donating.
Probably, I'll have to even confirm it from the PR of Gbewaa.
So I think let's leave the donations aside and get into the meat of the conversation. Okay. But then there's one man. You said he donated 500,000.
Okay, I didn't even finish. He donated 500,000 Ghana cedi, and then the crowd was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And you know what? I think he wasn't happy. So he said he's adding another 500,000 worth of materials. Like cement, iron rods,
1 million Ghana cedis.
1 million Ghana cedis.
Yeah, so, and let me tell you this. This is someone we don't even know. Yes, he's known to few. But I'm just saying we don't even know because he's not a public figure.
He's not
But he's a Dagomba who has the heart to see Dagbon develop.
Wow. But do you know him?
I know him. I got to know him that day. Wow. I was trying. I text. I'm sure he has not been able to get me because I was trying to get his company name. He has this company. He's a CEO of one company in Accra. Wow. Look, the Gbombes, we are out there. We are out there. We are not broke. And let me say this.
You see that
Ibrahim Muhammad donated 2,000 Jata cement. Wow. I could be wrong with the figure, but it was like that. Jata cement. The man who donated 500,000 Ghana cedi, he won a lot of heart. Someone was saying he's from Kumbungu. And the reason why they were telling me he was from Kumbungu was Carlos was making fun of the people of Kumbungu. And let me tell you one funny thing.
Okay.
When Carlos said he's appealing to Nyep Kuna to beg Gbewaa after the palace Komogo people, they've agreed
to come and
be cleaning.
Colomade place.
You know what? I was standing close to Kumbuna and you could see the laughter. You could see you laughing so loud.
And you see, at the point you saw, like, I wanted to hide it, but you saw that I was weeping. Just look at the love.
Yeah.
Just imagine the people.
Yeah.
And all of this couldn't be done just because there was no peace. Just look at us.
When you look at Gbewaa's speech, there's something I actually picked from his speech. He said, the palace, it's not for him. It's not for the Abudus. It's not for Andanis. It is for every Yana. It is for every Dagbon. Any Dagbana, anywhere you are, the palace is yours. So, someone who is saying this tells you the kind of heart he has for Dagbon. Let me say it. Ne yilima no ko yilim bala ya. Ne ya na kan won kan o yilim bala. Dagbon kan mun biane o yilim bala. That is why kaso bezon you know bezon o lore. I am telling you, and I can beat my chest and say that if someone can donate 1 million Ghana cedi for a project like this, now until you hold a project, we have the Gombes across the world, but it is made open for everyone, no matter how little. So I'm going to mean on that. Alhamdulillah. I actually donated a little kobo that was added to buy paint or anything.
Yeah.
Gbewaa said it. And again, if you were at the event, you could see a lot of people from Tamale and Accra were there. I was expecting buses. I was actually expecting a lot of buses. But it didn't happen. And I want to say this. If you are not with us, if you are not with the new Dagbon development plan, then you are behind us. We have moved ahead. We've moved ahead. You understand? The only thing you can do is speed up.
And join us.
If you are not part of this new development, then you are behind. You better speed up and join us, or you are on your own.
And I think it's a very good call because, you know, as human beings as we are, we all have different shortfalls and all of that.
Exactly.
But in the long run, I see everybody rallying behind this because everybody wants peace. Everybody loves development.
Yeah.
If you don't, then I don't know what kind of human being you are.
Exactly.
But before we continue,
I wanted to add this.
Okay.
I need to say this, but I don't want to forget it.
Okay.
The regional minister also said something, and I was so excited. God bless him. I've never loved him that much like that, but he won all my love that day. He told Gbewaa that the government is 100% behind him in any decision he takes. That even midnight, if Gbewaa warns them, they will be there for him.
Wow.
And that is what we want our people to fight for. Either NDC, MPP, you have to be standing behind our overlord. There's no way, in any way, you should ever do anything that would disrespect him. If the government is behind him, you can't fight the government. You dare not fight government. And I'll be grateful. Anyone who is in power should be supporting Gbewaa. He is the overlord. But that is your own. He is the overlord. And whatever he says is final.
Okay.
We have to be ready for that.
For that, yeah. Okay.
Especially with the youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So before we continue with the program, I would love to acknowledge J Home Furnitures for being a sponsor of the program, and we also like to call on people who would want to support the program, because I mean we have to project the North, we have to project Dagbon. As we are sitting here discussing it, people are listening. We are winning people back into the community, and that is what would promote development. So we are calling on everybody who has the North at heart to support. I mean, my brothers are here. They also have stuff they are doing. Just support us. That is what would encourage us to do more on the show. And so I'll put his number on the screen. If you need furniture, sofas, tables, kitchen cabinets, and all of that, you can call him for him to sort you out. Thank you very much, Jay, for supporting us. And also, now I would want us to get into the meat of the conversation. Now we've spoken about the event, but I'm sure a lot of people still don't understand, what is this Dagbon Development Fund about? What is it supposed to do? Aside the construction of the palace, does it have a bigger plan? What is it about? Probably when you come, then DM can also come.
Okay, so I think the Gbewaa Palace is just the beginning of so many exciting projects
under the Dagbon Development.
Yes, under the fund. You see, Gbewaa should have a fund. Gbewaa should have the power to give a lot of talent scholarships across the world. And I personally know this fund will be able to support that. We have so many chief palaces that when you go and look at, you feel like this is not up to standard. The fund, one of the reasons is also to develop other chief palaces. And then Nanamdu, where the chiefs sit,
House of
Chiefs.
Opposite KFC.
They want to renovate it to the standard that everyone would see, so that whenever our chiefs meet to make decisions that is going to help the bank, it will be
done with respect. And,
so
dignity.
it is not just for Gbewaa. Every day, people go to the palace with their problems. Every day. Look, I was at Njabgupena house some time ago. I was just sitting with Prince Faisal. And then I didn't do like I was paying attention. But I could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different problems coming in. And then so I asked him, Prince, so how do you guys solve problems like this? He said, that's the only one I can see. Every day it is like that. And I was like, yes, we can sit somewhere and say, oh, our chiefs, they sell lands. They sell a lot of land. Yeah, they do. It is cool. But they also solve your problems. Probably it's just you who hasn't sent your problem to the palace. But they also solve people's problems. Seriously. A lot.
So generally, it's more like a fund for every developmental
very
activity.
Good. You understand? So the fund that is made official for people to know now will serve as, the pillar where any good project that is coming, they can
fall on. Yeah,
can fall on it, and it's beautiful. We've waited long for this.
Yeah,
it is not going to be like, okay, at this point we've had enough money. We don't need any support. No. It is going to be open. Where people who visit, organizations who visit the palace probably will be donating something in the fund. That will be used to make things easy for ourselves. And it is starting now. If we don't start it now, when? So anyone who looks at the new Gbewaa Palace, if you see it, you look at it, anyone who sees this is beautiful. I'm not even sure they can do something like that. Stuff like you understand?
I've got comments like that.
Yeah. But they should wait. They should wait. It is coming. It won't be long. It won't take more than 4 years, hopefully,
to finish.
And it's going to happen. So I think those behind the idea of creating this development fund,
Brilliant.
And I'm not surprised we have professors among them.
And you see, and that was the
Remind me this name. Is it Alaji Cambodia?
Alaji Cambodia.
He was at the event. Active. I think he's the former education director or something.
Yeah.
Very active. Very strong.
it tells you that people have been yearning for this for a long time.
I'm telling you that, Professor, there was this woman who came to speak about the 10 years development plan.
Yeah.
There's this Professor
Ramatu.
Yeah. She was brilliant.
And I think she's one of the spectacular individuals when it comes to Dagbon and education.
We are blessed to have people like that. Mm-hmm. All I'm going to appeal to our people is they shouldn't ignore the youth.
And I think we'll come to the youth bit because the youth are very important in every development. Yeah. So we'll come to that. Damba, what do you see happening with this fund?
Yeah. So
because we need when it comes to education, we are far behind.
Yeah.
When it comes to infrastructure, we are far behind. Yeah. When it comes to tourism, we are far behind.
Yeah.
Do you see this fund becoming something that would propel development in Dagbon?
Yeah, Prince. So I think today's discussion is one of the most beautiful discussions I've had as far as having to do with our development is concerned. And Zola, I would just appreciate you for giving us a breakdown of what really went on in there. So you see, this fund, I have no doubt that it is going to be used for whatever purpose it is meant for. Because if you look at the people that are spearheading this particular fund, you know that we are not in for a joke and we are in for business. So at the end of the day, everybody expects that this particular fund is going to be used for whatever purpose it was meant for. Yeah. Now, I have instances, examples where somebody sends me, there is a kid who after school they need money to further the education.
Oh God.
Then they send the details to me. I post it on social media within some few hours. We have the Dagbon
Forum.
Dagbon Forum and then
Dagbon Youth Association.
Something like that. They have this fund or something like that from the Gbewaa Palace.
Yeah.
They get in touch and then they get scholarship for the kid. I think the last one was a girl from Tamale.
Oh yeah, I think
Very good. I had a call from them. I handed the girls' details to them. They got in touch. She was able to get one school in Kumasi and another one in Cape Coast. And there was even a different person who wanted to get her school in abroad. Yeah. You understand? So I have no doubt that this fund is going to be used for whatever purpose it is meant for. What I am just urging is that we do this in a haste, you understand. Let's speed up this process so that in the end we will be able to achieve whatever goal we want to achieve. Because now, see, the whole Dagbon, when you go to Yendi, if you see the chief palace, it's just by the roadside. You understand?
And sometimes I get worried for his security and
that's the thing.
Anybody
at all can just come and then mess up and then go. You understand? We have the instance where two policemen or three chase a driver to the chief palace to arrest the chief, to arrest the driver. Yeah. Very unfortunate. It shouldn't be so. Once we have this guarded community sort of a palace, at the end of the day, we are going to achieve whatever we want to achieve. Now, you mentioned Malima was saying something like he was expecting buses, and he also felt like the youth didn't represent well. See, let's blame the organizers. There was no enough publicity. The I think I saw it on your page, and I had to take it from there, and I also posted. I feel, when you come to the north, when you come to Tamale, social media, very important. We have your page is there, Zola is there.
And I think we are quite vibrant. A lot of the
that is the thing. We are very vibrant
on social media.
You get it. But I don't know why. There should be letters. There should have been letters going around. Oh, guys, we are inviting you. We are not saying you should bring money because at the end we are all going to support a just cause.
It's ours.
You understand? But I'm sitting down not even knowing if I go there, what is the acceptance going to be like? Very important, because there are instances you see a developmental project, you want to go and then make some enquiries self. It's even difficult. You need to get someone to lead you there. And projects like this should be open book sort of a project where we can go. We should all be involved. And I'm glad that Zola is closer to them. You let them know that.
Yeah, I think I'm very excited you brought it up, because it is something I personally
spoke about.
It's very good. So that was why
I told them
you didn't see enough people. Very good.
Who are very active on the media,
exactly,
the traditional media and the social media, that we should have involved.
That be the thing.
And do you know why? It's just because we are kind of far from each other. Because the PRO is a very open person. So it is something we are taking. I'm definitely working on, because a lot of things they are doing a lot of things. Gbewaa is doing a lot of good stuffs, but we don't see it. It is limited to some few people.
That's it.
And those few people, they don't have the voice like we do.
Yes. So at the end of the day, it stays there. Now, I want to take Gbewaa Palace, for instance. Whenever there is an issue at the palace, Sahana, Chief Manan, first thing he calls me, "Oh, Damba, this is what is going on at the palace." So you see that every activity that is going on at the Chief Palace is out there in the public. Nothing is wrong with. It's just a phone call. "Hello, DMTV. Hello, Prince Hamid. Oh, we have this going on. We want you guys to do this for us." Then boom, it is out there. Because at the end of the day, just like people are sitting down and saying that, see, our chiefs are selling lands. That one is very easy to come out. But the good things they are doing is very difficult. So you will now have to feed us the information. Then we can be able to send it out. So on the issue of buses not trooping in there, and then also the youth not being involved so much, was because the organizers, when it comes to publicity, they didn't do us so well. Because a whole lot of people are not happy that they were not part of that particular history. I'm sure you wanted to go.
I wanted to,
but the information was not forthcoming as to whether when is the project. Then all of a sudden we saw a picture. We just had to post the picture. And then boom, the program is today. You can't even arrange yourself. Production is not easy. You understand? So it's very important that we want, yes, the elders should lead. They should lead the affairs. But at the end of the day, there is going to be handover. They will hand over the baton. And who are they handing over to? The youth. We are those who are going to receive the baton and then continue with the race. So we have to be involved in the process. We need to know what is going on. We are not talking about accountability. We don't care about any money matter. But at the end of the day, we want to be involved in whatever is going on. I think it is something that is going to help. Now, I had people out there, like in Europe and stuff, they were kind of like, "Oh, DMTV, are you people going to cover it live for us to see?" It was so embarrassing for you to reply them that you didn't even have any information. It was so embarrassing. So at the end of the day, some of those questions, you need to leave them hanging. And now, Prince was telling you that on a day like this, on an event like this, development like this, we need to close our ear from the naysayers. Very important. You see, responding to those people, you see, it's very difficult to destroy. Mending is very easy to destroy. Mending is very difficult. Destruction is 1 second. I posted the picture, and then there were people who were kind of like, somebody came and was like, "Oh, why do they have to donate when the chiefs are selling the land?" Like that, You understand? And I felt like people came to respond to the person. So I just, because my response was going to be violence. You understand?
And that was what I was saying. Because if you don't stop, sometimes you like overreact and then...
Very good.
But seriously, I personally made a decision. And it is, me, when I make my mind to do something, I'll do it. I said it. Social media, I ever see you disrespect Gbewaa or any chief,
you respond.
I'll respond to you,
because that is key. But then what we are talking about is people who just like naysayers, people who
Yeah.
just, you post something
Yeah.
and then they are doubting and
They are
those kind of
doubting and stuff.
You know,
Because it's
but
very painful.
It's
very
You
painful.
cannot disrespect the king.
Yeah.
As for that, any sane person wouldn't allow that. Because if you come to disrespect the king on my page,
Yeah.
I wouldn't allow that.
Exactly.
You get it.
Exactly.
So for me, I think I support you 100% on that. Now, I think, and one thing I also want to mention is the fact that I think going forward,
Yeah.
the people behind all of this should engage more of the youth,
No, we'll do
especially
that.
those
We'll do that.
who find themselves
Look,
in the new media.
I'll be going to Yindi on
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes.
And I'm definitely meeting
Yes.
the PRO and other people at the palace.
Okay.
It is something we really need to take
Need to-
serious.
yeah. Publicity is
something-
very key.
Look,
and you see, I'm not cutting you, but a lot of the times, a lot of the stereotypes we get is because of the fact that we are not selling ourselves.
Exactly.
As Northerners. Somebody sits in Accra and thinks that, the North is a village. There's no light in the North. All of these stereotypes are affecting us. Last, there was somebody who, a white lady, she wanted to come to Tamale. There were people telling her that this place is like this place is like that.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, if she was coming for any developmental venture, she won't come again.
Exactly.
But for her own, wanting to know more, she came and she loved it.
Yeah, man.
So I think we need to do more to promote the North.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, that is what
Look,
would.
This is a whole lot of
yeah,
discussion on its own.
yeah. I think we will have that
Because
we will have that. Yeah.
there's so much we
To
have
do,
to
yes,
say
yes,
about
yes.
it.
So then let's just leave that for
Seriously.
that conversation.
Let's
But then I just wanted to
concentrate
let
on
that
our
out.
palace.
Because there will be a lot of head cutting.
So now,
Yeah, man.
hairs will be. No, seriously, because
you are going to go there.
we'll get
So much.
Yeah,
we'll get
yeah,
into that
yeah,
conversation
yeah.
probably later.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the youth.
Yeah.
As young people, it looks as though we've lost touch with a lot of things or with the roots. What is our role? What are we supposed to be doing as young people to see this new Dagbon come to life?
All right, so anytime you involve yourself in something, sometimes there's this experience or there's this new thing that comes to your mind. You understand? When I was at the event, a lot of things came to my mind, and I was blaming myself and blaming my colleagues. You understand? Our camera guys here, even ourselves, if probably you ask me what is the name of the paramount chief of maybe Bushegu,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
What is the name of the chief of DLA?
I don't know.
I don't know. Not just the names. Who is qualified to be the chief of DLA?
You don't know.
You understand? So we the youth, we didn't learn this long ago. That is why we grew up having unnecessary debate.
And we have lost touch.
We
with
lost so much when we talk about Dagbon. So I was there and I was like, yeah, we can actually educate ourselves. We can actually create stuffs, come up with different content creators. Damba is here. Probably he didn't want me to mention it, but we spoke some time ago. He called me. And then he was like, bro, I have this idea.
Yeah, man.
Can you get me someone? He personally told me, can I get him someone on his page where we can be talking about some Dagbon
traditions
Tradition
and
stuff.
culture.
Someone who knows it. And I told him that stuff like that, I need to take my time.
And get
But
before
whoever you are bringing should know what
he's about.
it's about. Because Dagbon itself has gotten to a state that the history is not straight. People have already succeeded in twisting it. So this one will say this, and this one will come and say this, and then it will turn to a debate. But truth is always
One. Yeah, man.
You cannot change it.
Yeah, man.
You cannot sit somewhere and tell me that Kwame Nkrumah didn't gain independence for Ghana. You dare not tell me that.
Yeah, man.
You cannot tell me that. If you tell me he didn't do it alone, people were there to support, but he was the leader. So, of course, the praises goes to him. If the country is not moving the right direction, Nana Addo is not managing all government. He has appointed people who are not living up to task. And probably things are not moving right. But the blame goes to who?
Him.
Nana Addo. You understand? So I saw a lot of light at the event.
Okay.
And I vowed to connect with many people for us to promote, educate, we the youth.
Okay.
Look, we have to work together to be able to achieve so much success.
Sweet.
We have to. That is one of the biggest challenges we have as youth down here. And we are so much drained with unnecessary stuffs that is pulling us behind. And we need to identify these things. We need to. May the soul of Zubukale rest in peace.
Amen.
I looked up and I nearly cried. I looked up, I swear God. God is my witness. I nearly cried when I remember him. I interviewed Zubukale. I'm sure you watch it. DM. Look. He was seen as, oh, he's a criminal. I don't know if he actually started this Gbewaa New Palace stuff, but I saw it from him first. Probably he did it with many people, but he was the one propagating it so much. He was like always saying it. I think they even started contributing, and then something happened, and they had to take it off. When I interviewed him, he told me how much behind we are. I am saying this loud and clear. You see the Damba that happened earlier, was it this year or last year? Late last year, right?
Yeah.
I mean in the diaspora.
The diaspora. We had so much conversation about it when he was alive. When I interviewed him, we spoke about it. We were like, look, when Dagbon was not straight, you see our brothers in Europe, our brothers in America, they took it even more personal than we those here.
Of course.
And it was pulling us behind. It was not helping us. So if they also have the heart to help Dagbon, then they should be coming together.
Yeah.
So when I saw the program, I was so excited. We spoke about it. I was supposed, look, Zubukale was going to link me to the Gbewaa chief in America, which is Alhaji Mohammed. At that time that he fell sick, my friend was close to him, so he got to a state he couldn't even understand. He couldn't even identify people around him.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So I used to always ask my friend, "Have you gone to Zubukale? Have you gone to?" The friend of mine who is there, his close friend was the one helping him all the time because he was living alone. He really had this heart for Dagbon. Now he's gone. Dagbon, things are now working all right. If we don't also play our roles, we'll go and then things will begin to turn. Let's accept those who give out exciting and beautiful suggestions that is going to help Dagbon.
So you think as young people we should engulf ourselves in the culture,
let's
in
not
the
sit
traditions.
somewhere and wait. Now Gbewaa will not knock your door and come and tell you that, come and help us with this.
Yes. We have to put ourselves in
Let's involve ourselves. And to all content creators, it is about time we also put so much focus in our culture.
and projecting the culture.
Not just the Gumbes. My brothers in Mampurugu.
Of course.
All Gbewaa Zulia.
Actually, yeah.
Create content.
Let's unite as a people.
Let's unite. Listen, I was doing a project some time ago. I was going to do a song titled Gbewaa. And then I was going to pick artists from all tribes under Gbewaa. And then the Gbewaa himself will be there. And then they do it like history. A very big one, but something came up. I think something came up, and then I was focused on something else. We need to create more. That's why I respect Tribe Boys. Tribe Boys, anytime they need me, they get me, because I feel they have the heart
For Dagbon.
for Dagbon. If we, the youth, we say we want to be part of Dagbon development, it is now. Do it now, just now. Your area, there's a chief. Tell me, when did you just take part of your time to go and visit him and let him feel like he has people out there?
Or even suggest something.
You don't. We don't do that.
But isn't that also because of the fact that a lot of people are not like, we don't know the culture, we don't know the traditions.
How do you know something if you are not part of it? If you don't get yourself to it? Yama, one of the beautiful places you can find is the Chief Palace. According to our culture, it is very open for everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
I am not sure.
And if you are even in danger and
That's the best place you can run
get
to.
to the Chief Palace.
Let's use Sinjab Tolna. He's always sitting out there. Do you think you can go and greet him and sit by him and he will say, "Get up"? He will never do that.
Yeah.
He's for the people. He loves his people. That's why he's loved there.
I'll definitely be visiting him soon.
These are stuffs we should be doing.
Yeah.
Let's not let them be feeling so much lonely. I personally think we are making them lonely.
Yeah.
Because he's always in the room.
Yeah.
We don't visit them.
Visit them, yeah.
We don't, and then and it's because probably the world has gotten to a state that there's no much trust. People don't trust so much. You understand? But the youth should get involved.
Okay.
And we should do it now.
All right.
And our media houses too. They should create more content that is going to help Dagbon.
Okay.
They should do that.
All right.
You can a TV station or a radio station, 24 hours. There's no program that is about
the
Dagbon
people, yeah.
or about something that's going to help Dagbon. It is bad. Let's change our mentality. And then now they've opened the way for us. They've opened the way for us. Look, I am involved. You can also be involved. Damba is involved. Hamdan is involved. Everyone is involved. Also be part of it. Let's make history together.
Amazing. Damba, tell us, what as a young person, what do you think that we can do? Because this is for us.
Yeah, man.
What is our role in all of this?
So we have so much to do, but before we get there, we need to start from somewhere. That a journey of 1,000 miles
Begins with a step.
with a step. And I can't mention that without actually remembering of Zubukali he mentioned. You understand? So Zubukali, like he mentioned, the first project, the Chief Palace, the first project of the palace was actually, I think, he got in touch with the guy we're talking about,
The architect.
the architect, Mahbub. So he got in touch with the guy, and I think the guy actually, when he was still in China, he had designed it, and then when it came on social media, then Zubukali got in touch with him, and that was how they started their conversation. So this project basically started from them. It was a different video, different picture altogether, but this particular one is a
Similar
new stuff, you understand? So we have a whole lot to play. He started, he didn't see it ending, then he died. I remember when we had our new Yana, he sat on the camera, and then he used to sing like I'm singing, you understand? He gave beautiful praises to the new Yanda and hoping that we are going to succeed with the new Yanda. But unfortunately, he left without seeing all of this new development that he had the energy and wanted to support. So we have a lot to do, but we need to start from somewhere.
Okay.
You might start today, you might not be there at the end of the ladder, but once we have started, some people can also come and then continue from where we have stopped. I expect that the palace, that is the Gbewaa Palace, they should also open up the doors for us to come in whenever we need it. Because at the end of the day, we want to project the good stuff, what is going on in here. And you see, those days when we used to say that the Gombes are not united, the Gombes don't like each other and stuff. See, without peace, a whole lot of things happen.
Yeah.
You see, war, these arguments and stuff, it brings about this person is in this particular place, this person is here.
But once there's no peace, don't
You
forget
understand?
about development.
Forget about development. Because if you come to me, once you leave, I will make calls to find out where you are coming from.
Maybe as we were sitting, we wouldn't have been able to sit like this.
That be the thing. You understand? That's the thing. So at the end of the day, peace, Maya, the peace we are enjoying right now, that is why we now see that we have greater Dagombes out there.
Yeah.
That is why somebody is able to give 500,000
And that is why
Ghana
they are also
cedis.
proud.
That be the
to be
thing.
Dagombes,
So
yeah.
at the end of the day, we have realized that, oh, Charlie, let's also do our palace this way. Okay, after the palace, let's do this particular project this way. Let's do this. Let's
Damba,
do this.
But I want you to outline one or two things that, like, every young person should be doing. Like, as a young person, yes, we know. I mean, peace is important. We know.
Yeah, man.
But how? What should be our like? What should be our thinking as young people?
Let's get involved.
Okay.
Let's try as much as possible to get involved. Let's not sit back and say, oh,
Involved in what?
Involved
in
as in now. Zola mentioned of the history. We need to know our history, where we are coming from. If you don't know where you are coming from, you definitely don't know where you are going. Now, there was an issue. We have dealt with that issue. We are now here. So where are we going to? We are now trying to develop. You understand?
So we should
so
get
we
involved.
need to get involved. The little we can contribute. Now, the social media we are talking about.
And I think we'll talk about the contribution.
You understand? The little we can contribute. Sometimes it's not only about money. Getting involved physically. Finding out what is actually happening. And you know, building a chief palace is just like building a mosque or a church. Everybody comes in there. Everybody wants the ladder sum. So at the end of the day, everybody they do in own bit just to make sure that this thing is going on. So we shouldn't sit back. We should get involved. Now, let's now try as much as possible to project most of the positives of our region rather than the negativity we are always talking about. We should try as much as there are so many positives out here that at the end of the day, once we are projecting the positives, I think it is going to help, and it is also going to bring in investors. Some time ago, we sat here, then I told you that a brother was coming to Tamale, and the friends were like, hey, if he comes to Tamale, it is you understand? They were scaring him. He got here, and when it was time for him to go back, he didn't want to go back. So let's project the good side of our region. It is going to help. And now, there's this program, this short, this thing I did for GTV, where like I was asked to like go to like to project the north, like developmental, developed places and stuff. I went to the overhead. I went to Magnolia. I went to stuff. You understand? I think these are some of the things because the media space is very important, and once you get the opportunity and then you are able to utilize it well, at the end of the day, it is going to benefit you and I. It is good. And let's try as much as possible to learn. Learning is very important, not only about our culture, but let's educate ourselves because education is very, very important. Education is key to whatever we are doing now. Without education, trust me, you can easily be deceived. Without education, moving from one stage to the other, you don't even know what you are supposed to do to make sure that tomorrow is better for whatever is going on. Okay. I know way back we used to say that the North is behind because we receive education even late. You understand? So it means that for us to be able to bridge that gap, we need to be educated. We need to be educated, and then also respect. Respecting the elders is very important.
Okay.
You see, it is very easy for a child of yesterday to sit on TV, to sit on radio,
Yes.
and just spit anyhow.
And I think that should fall under, learning our culture and traditions.
That be the thing.
As a Dogomba, you dare not insult an elder.
That is the thing.
You dare not.
But that is our culture now.
Yes.
I think that is the new beginning now, which is very unfortunate,
yes.
which is sending us back, but we don't know.
We have to-
and that
we
is
have
why
to stop.
sometimes you see, people say that a whole lot of the younger generation are now dying younger, and people don't know. There are certain people you can't even point at them, talk less of saying something negative towards them.
All right.
You understand?
Okay.
So I think if we know where we are coming from, we will definitely know where we are heading to. And at the end, it is going to help all of us, not only on that particular project that we are going to embark on, but also as Nordness, where our image is sent out there. Now, if you go out there, people say that, oh, Nordness, hospitality is number one. You come to the North, the Northerner can leave the room. See, if I don't say this, then I'm not fair to Cape Coast. We went to Cape Coast, that was in December. At the Elmina Castle, the Cape Coast Castle. Now, after our rounds, we decided to come out and then eat. When we came out, there was nothing for us to sit on, so we just spread the food down there. There was an elderly man. He went out, he got up and left. Within 1 minute, he came back with a bench and then a table, and gave it to us that, oh, we should use this. So one of the guys was like, oh, Saf, anything at all, when we finish, he will want money. You understand? When we're done, he was like, oh, that is good. We went to and we're thanking. He was like, oh, the guy wanted to give. He was like, no. That is what he's supposed to do. Hospitality, at the end of the day, is everywhere. But because maybe in that regard, we have been able to project it out there for people to know. But it's everywhere. So it's very important that whatever we are doing, we know that at the end of the day, social media is there. And we should utilize the social media. Whatever you send out there, that is what people are going to see you for.
So we should protect the image.
So we should protect the image we have.
Yes.
Apart from hospitality and stuff, see, we are also, there is one thing that we don't always mention about us. The fact that, see, we respect a lot. But this is what people are confusing. But we respect. You understand? We respect. And that particular image is always there. But once somebody wants to use you and you don't accept, then they say you are a difficult Northerner. You understand?
Yeah.
But
I think those are because just as you said,
yes.
I mean, it's
That be the thing. So at the end of the day, this is what is going to help us.
Okay.
This is what is going to support in whatever we are doing. And the key thing, like I mentioned, the chief palaces, not only the Gbewaa Palace, they should open their doors. Especially we, the content creators, we need a story. It is only those people who can be able to give us the story. So if I come today and then you frustrate me, I come tomorrow next, I come back and then I write whatever I want to write, and it shouldn't be so. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's very important.
Okay, and I think we should jealously guide and love Dagbon and the North.
Yes.
That is one of the things that would help us as young people to get ourselves involved. Because if you love where you come from, nobody dare disrespect that place in front of you.
Exactly.
It won't happen.
Exactly.
So for me, I think we should show more love. We should connect to the roots.
Very necessary.
And project where we come from. So now as Zola said earlier, we are still raising funds. What are some of, because we know that young people are more innovative when it comes to ways of raising funds and all of that. What are some of the innovative ways you think that we could also help as young people to get more people on board to donate or to support this project?
I think the best we can just do is because we could have do a lot of things, but since this is the beginning of the fund, we need to take our time how we go by. so that in the future we can come up with different ideas, like probably organizing these local programs like Simpa, using our culture to raise fund for the projects. You understand? So what we can just do now is keep sharing the accounts, you know, keep reminding people about it.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
For now, I think that's the best we should be doing.
Okay.
And then I'll also be excited and happy if our TV stations will please put it out there for people to be following all the time, just like they do when they are doing reality shows.
Yeah, man.
Put the number there, let people know.
All the time.
You understand? Gbewaa and the Palace shouldn't be telling you to do this. You understand? And you shouldn't also think it is too much to ask for. Because if Dagbon is at peace, your TV station will keep working.
And if Dagbon is developed,
If Dagbon is
also
developed,
make more business.
you understand? People will be excited to bring their businesses here. And when they bring their businesses, they will definitely need promotion. And you will make the money.
Exactly.
You understand? So I think our TV stations, our radio stations, I was so pleased with Sankara Radio and then NTV. I think they were the only two media houses that covered it live. Even though other media houses, they were
Picked
there.
some,
Picked the story. Sagani was there. Za TV was there. Pan-African TV was there.
Wow.
Yeah, Dasuma was around and other media houses. You understand? So now let's just use our media, our platforms to keep reminding people about the donation. Keep updating it and then let people know the donation is still on. People should not have doubt in it. It is real and genuine and in the hands of respected, responsible people. Yes. So for now, let's just focus on that. Let's keep pushing it.
Okay. So Damba.
Yeah. So like you mentioned, there are several ways of making sure that at the end we are able to raise this fund.
Okay.
But we also have to be careful.
Okay.
In the beginning, especially asking people for money sometimes. First, we need to make sure that we let the youth know that they are involved. They are part of whatever we are doing.
They can also donate.
Yes, we also need to make the public understand that this project is for you. Just like we do the reality shows, where like either the queen or whoever wants to win the show, they go to the market. At the end of the day, the market women accept that, every morning, let me vote for this person. Every morning, let me vote for this person. Very important. Once we are able to get people involved, to let them know that, I'm also part of this particular project.
I think a beautiful video ad won't be bad.
That be the thing.
On TV,
you understand?
The details and all that.
That be the thing. And we content creators, we can just put something like that together to make sure that at the end of the day,
of course, in collaboration with the organizers.
The organizers, that be the thing. You get it. Then we are able to get each other going on that regard.
All right.
I think it is going to help us. You get it. And probably when we move a step ahead, when we are able to let people know that you are also part of the project, it is not for the chief palace, but everybody is inclusive. Trust me. Then we can now move from one stage to the other. That is doing the simple competitions and inviting,
or even concerts.
You understand? See, there are certain instances we can even make it as a must. You understand? Any project at all you
Trust
are having.
me, like if there should be a concert for the development fund, the stadium will be full.
Yes, it will be full.
And then our brothers in Europe, America, you see, maybe the Gomba chief, they can come out with this go fund
campaign. Yeah,
You understand?
Yes.
Campaign.
Yeah. They themselves should also get involved.
You understand?
should
Where
get
they can be
involved.
donated
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
out there it is easy.
Yeah.
You understand? When
Yes.
it's very
And
easy.
I know this chief, is it Pisholana, right? I know he's going to do something about it.
No, he's very
when
smart.
It comes to, yeah.
Oh no, like
Very
he's,
smart.
Yeah,
You know, he
well
was mentioning figures
Yeah, man.
without holding it in.
Yeah.
Carol is
So
like-
with him, I know we are in safe hands,
Yeah.
and
And you
everything
see,
is going
like
to go.
that's one of the things that make me feel, I mean, uneasy, because we have a lot of like great people, great people. So like we should be a very developed kingdom.
Yeah, man.
You get it. But for me, I think this is a step in the
Yes,
step in
this
the
is
right
step.
direction.
And you see, and
it
this
will
is
take
the
us
reason
places,
why
yeah.
we sometimes we feel like, okay, we have the great men, but at the end we are still where we are today. You see, it got to a time where like less mistake, it is going to drop in your hand, and people will say so they were being careful. So now that they have realized that, okay, even those people we thought were the trouble causers, like quotes and unquotes, you understand, they even want the development more. Then we can now come together and then let you know that, okay, we can help you to manage the affairs. It's just like having your bank accounts and then somebody managing the accounts for you. If I don't involve you, you understand, you can't do anything. But once I involve you, you will now ask me to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. So I think that is what is going to happen now. So we are going to see a new chain of development where, like, at the end of the day, all of us are going to appreciate what we have started.
Okay.
You understand? And where we are going to.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that our friends from Boku, brothers at Wale, at the end of the day, we are able to go through and then overcome whatever challenges that is going on out there. Because at the end of the day, we all want to develop, and then we all want peace, and peace is the number one goal.
Most important thing.
Yeah, man.
So now let's come back to the design. One thing that makes me proud is the fact that this is actually one of us who put this work together.
Dagbon.
Yes, and it's I don't know what you think about the design.
It's beautiful. I think the first time I saw it, that's long ago. It was beautiful. Wow. It was beautiful. I'm not very good with these architects, but just looking at the sample, I was so excited. I think we need a palace like that. I've been honored to pay homage to Asante Hine some time ago. I've entered the palace, his conference. I think we need something like that.
Tomorrow I'll be hosting the architect, so I'll ask him more questions
that's beautiful.
about the facilities inside there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to worry you on that, with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So Prince, so I think the old one that came earlier, first before this particular one, and I'm sure the facilities are going to be transitioned in here.
Okay.
So that particular one, we had a hospital in there.
Wow.
There was supposed to be a place for like a police station where, like, yes, if there is an arrest within the chief palace or something,
You can be
the
sent
person can be sent there. You understand? Even though there is a police station in Yenji closer to that place, but the chief palace can also have their, you understand? So that particular facility, and the designer is somebody I know so well, like a family friend, and trust me, I'm just looking forward to your conversation or meeting, having a conversation with him as to how this whole idea.
Then they check him and Kohorma. Like,
I'm telling you,
see, you have a lot of brains.
Exactly.
I didn't even know he was a Dagomba. I'm just hearing.
Yeah, he's a Dagomba.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and he's based here.
Yeah.
Wow.
His office is here.
Yeah, chief builder. So his construction firm is chief builder.
So, like, when there is no peace, you lose a lot.
Exactly.
You lose a lot.
Exactly.
Maybe he wouldn't have stopped this, but he would have been doing it elsewhere.
Exactly.
And we just have to appreciate, the peace and and the development we are enjoying now.
I think
And
he needs.
God,
We need to appreciate him.
a lot.
It's beautiful.
So that's why I took the time to call him. Tomorrow we'll have a conversation, and then
And I think when he came, he had this direct connection with the chief of Sakwaya.
Okay.
Farm something farms. Yes, the chief of
I've
Sakwaya.
forgotten the name.
I've heard him.
A great man.
Yes,
a great man. The man.
I think he
I
was
think
at
he's the
event.
president of Dagbon Forum.
That is it.
He
He's the
even
president
spoke
of the Gbewaa
at the
Forum.
event.
Exactly.
He's a great man.
Yes.
That was the first time I
Chief
met him.
Sintaru.
Yes.
Of Sintaru Farms.
That's the thing. Something farms. I've forgotten the name.
Yeah, I think I saw him at the event.
Yeah, something farms. But he's the chief of Sakwaya.
Oh, okay, so he's moving way. Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah, so he actually one of the great key individuals who have made sure that this guy Mahbub, he has always engaged him to making sure that
That's beautiful.
meeting the right
and
people.
I think that talking about getting the youth involved, those
Exactly.
are some of the ways.
Yes.
Once you identify one of us who is good at something, there's nothing wrong in. I mean, probably it might even be cheaper than you would have
Exactly.
involved somebody. Who knows? It's not even if it's not. If it's not even
that's
for
true.
free.
That's true.
You get it.
That'd
So
be
I think
the
that
thing.
is one of the ways we can.
Yes, so,
I'm super excited we had this conversation,
Yeah, man.
and
Yeah, man.
you know, these are young people from the north who want to see the Dagbon develop, and there couldn't have been any conversation that is more exciting than this.
Exactly.
And I want to thank you for sparing time to come over, and I think we should do more of this. Just as you said, as young people, we have to get involved. We have to talk more about development. We have to talk more. I mean, contribute to the development of Dagbon and the North in general. And we also wish our brothers in Boko peace. I mean, there is nothing as important or as, you know, like value that has value than peace. So whatever the difference is, just as you said earlier on, I think they should, you know, resolve it. And, you know, because Boko is one of the most thriving business areas, if you know the area very, very well, but because of these issues, if you go to the place, I understand it's now like a ghost town. Thank you guys for coming through, and I think we should have more of these conversations. Thanks to J Home Furnitures for sponsoring. I'll put their numbers on the screen. J Home's Furnitures is in Gumani, towards the Ambaria, on the road from Gumani last stop to Ambaria. They are on your left, and their showroom is just close to the Ambaria area. So you can call them on the numbers on your screen for them to give you very, you know, beautiful sofa furniture and kitchen cabinets and all of those things. And also, if you would want to sponsor, our numbers are on the screens. If you want to support the show in any way, please contact us and let's do business. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow the page on Facebook, and let's come together as young people. Let's get involved, as Zola Malima said, in the development of Dagbon, in the development of the North. If it is developed, we are all going to enjoy it. If it is not, we are all going to be in the pain. So it's our responsibility as young people to make sure that anything that has to do with development in Dagbon, in the North, we are involved. Thanks for watching, and I'll let Damba do the outro, and then we call it a day. Thanks for watching. Damba, over to you.
Yeah, so you know, they say that destiny can only be delayed,
yes,
but can never be denied. And that is why our sister, our legendary sister, Sirina Isa, in one of her songs, she has these lines that and inside them katuna palo samo kana ummi doli dalirfa Runzwa yido dugwa dampaga don dalir nguna na wunterle Twama betam na wun yala no yiko betam na wun yala no yiko betam changla na no nam yala betam changla na no nam yala Twama dalir biayine Adam kuto nang shali na dalir biayine Zamba kuto nang shali Zamba kuto nang shali. Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah, beautiful. No, Zola, you also have to do something. Zola,
I just say thanks to you guys. This is beautiful. I'm super excited to be part of it. And then, as I said earlier, we are fully involved. Anytime, anything that is concerned the development of Dagbon. You understand? We will stop whatever we are doing and then make way for that. Yes.
I appreciate. Thanks so much.